Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us again this afternoon. Today, we are with a technological entrepreneur, Dickson Mushabe, who is also I've just recently found out that he's also an author. So we're going to be chatting with him around the technological advancements and how entrepreneurs can actually tap into this market in order to grow their careers or wherever they are in their life's journey. Welcome, Dickson.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you, Lungi, and I'm Dickson Mushabe. Glad to be here.
Thank you. I'm glad that you could come through. Obviously, we've just reached a whole big trend where people are becoming self-employed, right? So we've seen many opportunities across this journey.
Yes.
So you are in the technological advancement space.
Yes.
How did that start?
All right. Thank you so much. And like I mentioned before, I'm Dickson Mushabe, the CEO and founder of Hostalite.
Yes.
Founded, I started my journey, my hustle 18 years ago.
Yes.
That's when I was at university. I started business at a very young age, made very many small and big mistakes. And,
everything's a learning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at where you are now.
Yes. Made small, big mistakes. Killed all the businesses at a very young age, completely went back to zero. I was a hero at university. Someone who used to move with a huge wallet full of money. And I used to think it was nice, it was style, it was the in thing then. Little did I know I was spending capital, I was spending money I was supposed to be putting back in the business, Yeah, so and that's why I put these things in the book. Because I know right now there is an entrepreneur right now who is doing the same mistakes I did 18 years ago. And right now, things have changed. The economy has changed. Everything has changed. If you repeated those mistakes right now, trust me, you'd be on your way to the village.
All right, no, that's fine. So just take us through Hostalite.
Yes.
What is that all about?
Hostalite is an IT company. We do web and software development.
Yeah.
And how it all started, after these mistakes that I made in my businesses, I decided now to venture into IT, into website design and hosting. By the time I started, I didn't know how to do it. I taught myself. I'm a self-taught website designer.
Awesome.
So right now, and that takes me to a point of telling an entrepreneur right now that you don't have to have studied IT to do IT.
Yes. Okay.
You don't have to have done a Bachelor of IT, Computer Science for you to do IT. No. Just be interested in it. Get your computer, learn things. Along the way, you'll find yourself an IT guru, in quotes, Yeah. So I started Hostalite. We started, of course, a small company as me, the guy, with my laptop bag. That was the whole company moving. Yeah. If by all means I trickled and fell down to the whole company that had fallen down in.
All right.
Yeah. Then started, but because I had learned. I'd made so many mistakes at a young age. Now I was very careful. When I started Hostalite. I didn't like money because I had seen it. I didn't want it in my pockets.
Yes.
Because all the money I had in my pockets, I would spend it. To the fact that the money which was meant for business, I end up spending it for pleasure.
Okay.
The people I used to go with out never rescued me when things went bad.
Yes.
Yeah. So now at this point, I like to stress out the friends you go out with. When it reaches the point of paying, when they start turning on who's going to pay, when they start turning around, when the bill comes, the eyes start rolling on who's going to pay. So when you find yourself and it's you pulling out the wallet, before you pull it out, first ask yourself, the money in this wallet, is it mine or it's for the company?
Yes.
It's possible that out of pleasure you even pick part of the what? Of the company money. Am I supposed to be reinvesting it in my business, or here I am spending it? So those are the small mistakes I made, and when I started Hostalite, I could not repeat them because I had learned the hard way. You can't imagine failing 7 businesses and closing them. Person who was a hero with huge monies, all of a sudden has nothing and is alone and frightened. So starting Hostalite, with all the mistakes I made right now, I knew I needed to build a company which would stand a test of time. Started of course with one client in web hosting. My first dream, which I made after 1 year, was to survive for the first year.
Okay.
Survive. I said, let me at least survive for the first year, because web hosting is a repeat business. So as in, you renew every year. So I knew if I struggle to survive after 1 year, the clients I had would always renew. So I would have my cash flow every year. And you know how every week, every week maybe you can have 1 or 2 or 3 people renewing. They don't expire on the same dates. So I knew every day or every week there'd be someone renewing. So once I survived the first year, I knew I was going to make it. There is in the beginning there I almost lost hope, but one client paid me in dollars.
Okay, all right.
It was, I think, about $50. It wasn't a lot, but when I got that money like that, I realized all of a sudden light bulb moment came, and I was like, yeah, this is a business. If someone can entrust me with their dollars, then we're international already. That's what I ran with, and right now we're international.
Okay,
yes,
all right. So. I love the way you talk about that. Whatever business you think that you can pursue,
yes,
always go for it. That because
yes,
if you have an interest in it, I mean, there should be something there. I
yes,
mean, we live in a world now where we can outsource.
yes,
And you as a leader just need to understand how the business functions,
yes,
and what kind of HR factor you need in order to run the business.
yes,
So
yes.
what do you say to somebody that's looking at you now and saying, you know what, I've never looked at the technological space as a place
Yes.
where I could be an entrepreneur. How
Yes,
should
yes.
they start that journey?
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful question. The challenge they are going to face, or the challenge everyone has faced, is when someone mentions IT, they fear, they flee, they run away. I mean, to technology, developing apps and what, they fear. Let me tell you, turn that fear into something that can drive you. You know, turn that weakness into something you can earn from. IT is about the simple things that you can explain to clients. Forget the coding, forget the programming. You can get someone to do your programming, the hard things.
Yeah.
You do the business management of an IT company. You know, but just get the basics of managing a company. Read something. Read, as in, the more you get to read, don't go into complex things. The more you get to read, the more you get to understand what those companies, and then talk to someone. If you came to someone like me and asked me, Dickson, I want to start an IT company, I think the following day you would start, because I will tell you, if you're not IT savvy, don't worry, start from here.
Yeah.
So who are you talking to? Have you tried to look for someone in the circles of technology, and you just ask them for 30 minutes of your time, buy them lunch and pay for it. And when you pay for someone for lunch, if you're going to pay for my lunch, you can come with your questions, but then do less of the talking, because you've come to listen.
Yes, yeah.
It's possible that you can actually, I can come to you for you to mentor me over something I don't know, and then I spend half of the time talking instead of listening. The art of listening is critical in such a point. But that one, the whole point is get a mentor. Get someone who has been there before. Get some real tips. Just one tip can save your company. Just one tip can save your startup. Yeah. So get someone to talk to who has been in that business, and you will not go wrong. Don't fear technology, people. It's been meant. They've put some hairs around it, but do not fear technology. You can do it. Anyone can do it. You can be a manager of a tech company, even if you never studied IT. I never studied IT at university. I just did masters later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never studied IT at university. But here I'm running a company of IT. Even my people at Hostalite, they wonder the course I did.
Okay.
I challenge them because mine is practical.
Yes, yeah.
There's too much theory in universities. Mine is practical, hands-on. We get our hands dirty and do what and work.
I like that when you say practicality, because you know that we've become exceptionalist theorists,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So we read a book and we get the qualification and we think we know it all.
Yes,
Meanwhile, we
yes.
don't actually have the practice or the actual experience. I like that. I
Yes.
really do. So you sit here now, Hostalite is happening. How did you brand your company? And I'm not talking just about the logo, which you need, and your payoff line. How do you actually deliver in order to meet the expectations of the actual brand?
Yeah, thank you so much. That's a wonderful question. When you talk branding, people think of logos
They do.
and the billboards and what. No, it goes beyond that.
Yes.
It goes beyond that. Branding starts with even how you handle the clients. You know, how you handle your clients. What's the holistic brand that you carry? You know, when I come to your company, what do I feel? What's the welcome? How is the communication? You know, how is everything? How am I treated as a client? So you might have a nice logo, but your customer care is bogus. Is fake. So it will kill you. It will kill your holistic part of the brand. So this is what I did. I know that web hosting basically is an easy entry business. It's an easy entry company startup. You can start so easily in by starting a web hosting company. That means very many started that day. When I started, I knew maybe over 100 or 30 or 40 started web hosting that day, the companies. But what would take us from that to next years will be one, how you treat your customers, two, how you communicate to them. Once the same enthusiasm, the same love you show when your customers come to you should be the same love you show them when after they paid you.
Yes.
And now you're doing their work. It should be the same because they feel it. They know, oh, so now after paying Hostalite, oh what? Now
nobody checks in.
Yeah, now they don't pick my calls. I send mail. No one is speaking to me. So the clients feel it. And the moment that happens, they realize they're no longer what? Priority. Guess what? They start looking for the next exit. The next person who's going to love them. So we built out our company on a few core values. One, customer care. We treated the customers as a baby. Now employees, because I cannot do everything. When I start, I cannot do everything. Now the employee, we've had employees who have been with us for more than 10 years.
Yes.
At Hostalite. The reason is we think about their future. Much as they take care of our customers, we should be seen, or we should take care of them and their future. Simple conversations like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you what is your plan? You know, how do you plan your next 5 years, and where do you see yourself, and how can be part of your future? How can I help you achieve your future plans? Now, wow. Someone would think, oh, so that's how you want. So they would now stick with you because they know you're part of their future. You're not just milking them for the sake of earning money and running away as a company, but you want to grow with them. And then when the company has grown, don't forget your employees. When a billion check comes in, please make sure it's felt also within the what? Within the organization. There should be increments, there should be bonuses, there should be, as in, it needs to be a family. So that's you have the cohesion within the group. Because if you don't have that in your team members, then believe you me, your customers will feel it.
Okay. No, that's fine. So I think your company believes in a customer journey.
Yes.
From like taking them through an experience, so that when that one experience is over, they know what makes them feel good and why they identify with your brand and meeting their needs. I also like how you break down and mention the internal customer, which is your employee. Because if your employee is happy, then everyone is happy. You are
Yes.
happy, you see the
Yes.
value, and the customer is also happy. So with that being said,
Mm.
what culture do you drive in your entrepreneurial space? What kind of culture do you drive amongst your employees?
Thank you so much. We are a small family,
Yes.
and that's what everyone knows. We are a small family. We are there for each other. We think about each other. We go beyond the company and help each other whenever there is need. Now we do personal development for employees.
Mm-hmm.
You must be able to grow. That is one. We, of course, apart from the small things like medical insurance, like making sure you take care of the people they love. You might be a startup thinking that, but I'm starting. How can I pay medical insurance for my employees? But you see, once you take care of the people they love, that is their children, their spouses, they take care of the business. If anything happens, even your spouse will say, "Hey, but our insurance." You'll start conversations of how the company has helped their children when they were sick because of the insurance. It looks small. I mean, it might look a small thing, but it impacts on the little person or the person your employees love most, who is their family. So we are open. We don't have SARS, that the CEO has come in, no. Lunchtime, you don't say, take the CEO's plate to his office, no. Simple.
Everyone sits together.
We're a simple family. Let's eat from the same what? Let's eat from the same plate. If it's beans for today, even the CEO will not order pizza.
All right. Okay.
In his office, and then the employees eat beans. In any case, it's them who make the money. Actually, it's them who make the money. You just have the top leadership, but it's them who make the money. Now, delegation. We empower people to do work, to make decisions, so that we can do the bigger things. If I want to launch Africa-wide, I will not be in office looking at petty cash. So the person with the petty cash or the person with the office expenses is empowered to make sure that section is done what? Is taken care of. And when you empower, when you delegate, empower also to make sure they can do the work effectively. So they are finally accountable to you. So we make sure we give people power to do work. Now we have a technical team which manages servers, server security, and what. There are people who are 24/7 on their laptops. But once in a while you bring them out and get the fun side of them so that they don't die in what?
And what they actually do.
Because someone can sit on a computer for a whole day attending to client contacts. But so what about their health? What about their social life? So as a company, you need to think about them, because they must have a life. So how do you do that? We do a few things that help them leave the computer and have their what? And have a life outside the computer. Of course, that it has to do with even with health issues, sitting for long. But that shows how we cater for what? How we care for our employees.
Right. No, that's great. I like the fact that you have one standing company that is, built around profitability, and then you have a second leg which is sort of like a CSI, campaign to support that. And I fully believe, I don't know if you think so, you can let me know. I fully believe that CSI is the next branding leg, because people identify through how you've taken me. I mean, I remember when I was younger, there is a biscuit brand in South Africa. Okay. When we started, playing in the World Cups and being accepted by the world, they literally gave us cricket bats. I mean, the streets were alive, and we were playing cricket and stuff. I will eat no other biscuit brand to this day. Exactly. I can't. Exactly. So what do you think about that? How important is it for us as entrepreneurs and the new startup companies to actually give back to the community?
Yeah, thank you so much. Dear entrepreneur, you should not be seen all time to be collecting.
Yeah.
be seen, or at least give something. The world has been generous to you to give you their money. They have given you business. At least, even if it's 1% or if it's 0.5% of your earnings, do something for the community. Because it's in them that you've been able to earn that money, been able to grow your business. It's only fair and human. Even with our clients, you cannot be seen to be only collecting, or not even a thank you mail.
Yeah.
Not even the emails which only go out from your company are bill, invoice, please pay us. How about a simple email of thanking them for the work, the money they've given you over years? How about a small gift? How about a small card? Those simple things, those simple gestures. So as an entrepreneur, just don't be seen to be taking only, and the hand that gives,
it's a hand that
receives.
So you're not just sitting there and thinking of one leg after the other. You kind of like develop this thing of understanding how important it is to have multiple income streams.
Yes.
I mean, there's your main business, your CSR leg, and now I hear that you're also an author.
Yes.
And
I'm an
you've
author.
actually written 2 books.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Keys on starting your business, and obviously going through things that you shouldn't do when you actually have a business, right?
Yes.
Out of that, I'd like to ask you, why is it important to keep on reinventing yourself? Having multiple income streams. Why is it important for the entrepreneur who's starting now not to make these mistakes and understand what they're getting themselves into?
Yeah, a mistake which I made, actually, before I even go to that side, multiple income streams. Yesterday I was presenting somewhere, I was speaking somewhere, and we were talking about cash flow. We're talking about cash flow into the company, and one speaker made a very good illustration of cash flow. You have a jerry can. When it is filling under a tap, that is your inflow. The holes on the jerry can, that's your outflow. When the holes are many and big, you keep emptying your cash flow, your bag. So you need multiple income streams, and I've read a book by Moses Mokisa, I think SFG, and it talks about multiple income streams, and it has helped me a lot. It has helped me in a way that I've increased my income streams, even from my weaknesses, like being an MC. I used to fear speaking completely.
Yeah.
Even at one point, I paid the DJ to cut my what?
To cut your cord.
To me off, yes. So I paid them to cut me off. Can you imagine paying someone to cut your voice at a point when you're campaigning for elections, to be elected, and they say, man, I cannot speak anything. When I say, UHOA, please cut me off.
Okay.
I'll say, and go and run away. Good enough, I won those elections, but how do you imagine paying someone to cut your voice?
Yes, yeah.
So, but it happens that years later, I knew that was a mistake. I don't fear mistakes. I don't fear them. I fall and rise up. It's okay. But I realized I paid someone to cut me, and I needed to overcome that.
Yes.
Started practicing, and now I do MCing. I can speak to multitudes. I can speak to thousands of people. I've done that before outside Uganda. I earn from speaking. I earn from MCing. So that's another income stream. Back to my books. And when there is a book, is a collection of thoughts. A book is a collection of things which happened already, and especially if it's a business book, please just get 1 or 2 books and don't repeat the things which are like the mistakes I made. Why should you repeat them? If I mentioned to you that I used to forego, I had paid food at university. I was on government scholarship at university. I had paid food but I never entered the mess, the university hall, the dining hall, because I had the money. So instead of saving, because I had free food, I chose to spend.
Yes.
Yeah, and it takes me to a young entrepreneur. Maybe you've just left university, and you're at home, you're still in your father's house, they've not stressed you, but you get your first job, and the first thing on your mind is, I want freedom. You do what?
You move out.
You move out. The freedom you're talking about is not freedom actually, because you're going to start paying. You're going to start paying rent, you're going to start paying bills, which you are being paid for here. How about you say, I'll gain my freedom 3 years later when I'm going to my own house. If I earn 1 million, then let me get 0.6 every month. I save it. Maybe in 5 months, I'll have a piece of land. Maybe in the second year, I'll start laying bricks. In the third year, I'll roof, and I'll get the absolute freedom of leaving my father's house, going to my own house. That's the freedom I want. That's the freedom. As opposed to leaving immediately when no one has just you, because you can't be seen in a curfew. You know, there's a curfew at home. There are those tough questions. Yeah, bear them for 3 weeks. For 3 years, and leave when you're going to absolute freedom. Those are the things if you don't read them, if someone doesn't tell you, you cannot easily grasp them. You know, so books, reading books, listening to podcasts is critical, because one thing can save your company. One statement can save your life. One statement can save your company from collapsing. Just one statement. You could go to a conference, pay maybe 100,000. All speakers speak, but the last speaker will say one thing like this, and it will transform the organization. So never take it for granted. Never underestimate the power of people sharing their experiences. And that's what I do in my books. I have the first book full of so many mistakes that I made at a very young age. The second one, this 31 keys. So now I take an entrepreneur through a journey, a 31-day journey. So I give you a key every day. In this, I give you a key every day, and it's an experience of what I went through and how you can go about it. There are tips for starting and restarting, because right now we're in turbulent times. You need to restart and start. Yeah, so that's it about writing and reading, and of course they're earning me money. They're earning me money. This book was a bestseller 2015. I'm waiting for this second one to see.
Yes,
but at least I see the orders and uptake. It's selling. It's selling already. So income streams, very critical, and people think of very huge things. When you think of an income stream, it's starting. Now I need 10 million so that I can start another business, so that I can have another income stream. Not necessarily. There are businesses which complement each other.
Yes, yeah.
So an income stream that doesn't necessarily come from a new business can actually come from a business which complements the one you have right now. If it's a book like this, for example, another income stream could be another book. Another income stream could be an audio book.
Yeah.
Another income stream could be a podcast on this book. So don't think of getting billions and starting another business. No, look at the one you have. How can it give you another income stream? Before you even start going wild, look for those many ideas. So income streams, yes. Don't overstress. Look around your circles. Look at things which are stressing you where you are, and solve them. People will say startup capital. I think that's a topic for another day, because I can discuss that. I even talk about in this book, startup capital, because people fear.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I don't have money. How do I start? The startup capital is the first topic in this book, 31 keys, and I talk about it with passion because people already have phones. People already have phones with the internet, people already have gadgets, and they're looking for startup capital. No, the phone you have, as long as it has data, is all you need. And I'm going to tell you why. We had a fellowship at home, and we hosted a few people. Among them was a youth. I think they had just finished university. Actually, they were about 4. So we had a one-on-one. Asked them, so what are you doing? I said, me, man, I'm still waiting for my exams, my results. I'm graduating very soon. So what are you doing right now? He says, I'm at home. I watch TV. I do TikTok. I asked him, you wake up and do nothing? Then I said, yes, because I don't have startup capital. Now that's why I came in. You don't have startup capital? Yeah. Let me see your phone. Yeah, does this have data? Yes. He was dressed so nicely. These stylish, posh guys. I asked him, where did you get those clothes from? Your blazer looks nice. Your jeans are nice. Your shoes they look stylish. Where did you get them from? Say, I have a supplier. I know a shop where downtown. For them, they don't sell it. Their pricing is not as much as uptown. So I told him, now that's what you're going to do, because I know there are people who would like to look like you're looking right now. People who would like to look like you're looking right now, and who actually have, and there are others who want to buy things that you're putting on right now. So go to that shop tomorrow. Ask the guy to take pictures, put them on your status, WhatsApp status, and wait for orders. Add a markup of 20K, 30K. I was his first client the following day. I think for me, he made a profit about 50,000.
Which is great. I love the way you talk through, us getting so exciting and wanting to grow so quickly.
Yes.
That when I want to build on something and extend, I think of another company.
Yes.
I think it's very important for people to know that innovation is not necessarily a real, true product. Sometimes it's an extension of something.
Exactly.
So with everything that's happening around the world, how do you think the technological space is going to change, and what kind of entrepreneurs are we going to see?
Okay. Trust me, COVID was a good thing.
Yeah.
COVID was a good thing in the side of changing perspective, changing the landscape of things, and changing people's minds to think the old school of way of doing things has changed.
Yeah.
I had my children study online for 2 years, and the grass is still green. People closed shops and moved from the congested city centers and took them somewhere houses near home, and they started online selling. So they realized, actually, I don't think I need to pay all that money. I just need a small outlet in town, and my warehouse, and my online stores beaming.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a shift in the space of how people sell, how people market, how businesses can actually work online. The physical meetings are no longer the thing of the day. You can conclude a business online without having met someone. You can have meetings online. It had never sunk. A meeting without a table around you and some people taking notes and tea being served had never been thought as something that would not be necessary as we go along. But right now, you don't necessarily have to meet physically to do a meeting and close a business. So that's what we see, the mind shift, the shift in the mind of traditional way of doing business that has completely changed. Actually, it's somersaulted. We've seen pivoting. People who think the old school of getting parking space in town, have to have a shop and then do parking. No. Convenience. Deliver me things at my home. I don't need to know how big a shop is, whether you have parking or not. No, it no longer matters. They deliver things to me at home. All I want are my things at home. From the sensitive things of food, how sensitive it is, but so it's also being delivered to people's homes. We've seen virtual events. We've seen virtual launches. You know, so now the shifting has to be on how do you earn money from a virtual launch. I think I'm still tradition a bit because I'm going to launch my book physically.
Awesome.
on that. But you can have a physical launch, you can have a virtual launch, a virtual event, and people pay and go for the what? And go for the event. So the way of doing things has definitely changed, and I see technology taking part in that. We've seen new trends on in communication, in marketing. We've seen people make money on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel which earns me some money. Oh, talk about another income stream. I have a YouTube channel which still earns me some money. It might be little, but it wasn't there before.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So now it's there. So I've seen, and of course, I learned you need to take time and think. As in, have an hour as you as a person, just think, just meditate about your business, about your future, about how things have changed and how you can tap into the new shift of technological way of doing things. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, our last question, which is going to be sort of like three-pronged. I just want you at the top of your heads just to give people a little push, telling them that it's not hard and everything is achievable. So what are you reading now? What's the first thing you say to yourself in a new week? And lastly, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going? Right now, I'm rereading a book I read many years ago.
Yeah.
It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it's by Dale Carnegie. I think by Dale Carnegie. Yes. How to Win Friends. It's that book taught me, and it's again teaching me how to deal with people. How to start conversations with people, and how to be seen, or how to love people so they can love you back. So how to win friends towards you, you know. And in that book, there's an example he gives. There's one creature, which he mentions. Okay, and he gives examples of animals. A cow gives you milk. A goat will give you either milk or meat. But there's one guy who does most times nothing, but he's so loved. That's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you come home, it goes the tail, you know, it won't give you milk, it won't give you meat, it won't give you anything, you won't slaughter it, but somehow it's a more sour at home, because when you come stress in the evening, it comes, it goes the tail, you know, welcomes you home and you feel at home. Now, that's what equates to being there for people and welcoming them. You don't have to give much, but you'll be loved by those people. What keeps me going? Oh, what do I tell myself? I tell myself always, it is well.
Okay, definitely.
It is well. Whatever it is well. I take good breaths. And I practice that from Dr. Kasenene. He says, count up to 20, breathe in, count 20, breathe out. By the time I finish, I say, it is well, go out and win it. I know if another person did it, I can do it. If they failed, I can learn from what mistakes they made, and I go do it. I know it's not easy. I know it's not very easy. It has taken me about 4 years to come up with this book. I know it's not easy, but it's very possible. I chew the elephant in small bits.
Okay.
In small bits. So when I look in the mirror, I tell Dickson, you're awesome. You're going to do it today.
Awesome.
I tell the guy in the mirror, man, you're awesome.
Be your own cheerleader.
Exactly. Yeah, you're going to do it today. You're awesome. Just get out. Go do it.
All right.
And I know mistakes are okay. Mistakes are very okay. I try not to repeat them 3 times or 2 times, but I know they are okay because I did not know. Thank God, I know now. Yes, I've been burnt, but I know. So I won't repeat it. I'm bruised. Yes, it's okay. I'm bruised. I have dust on me. It's okay. I'm going to get up, dust myself, and go and win.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We are, grateful for the opportunity to just talk around, the different things that people can actually try out, and build their own brands and become even bigger and better. Thank you for listening to us at home. We hope you've enjoyed the session, and this has opened up to your minds to the opportunities that are available out there, in terms of exploring their entrepreneurial journey. Please follow us on Instagram. Go to our website and download all the manuals that we talk about today. We hope that we've imparted a wealth of knowledge to you. So goodbye. Remember, go for gold at Goldmine Finance.